A disability is something that has a major impact on your life.
Every disability is different.
And it's never the same thing for two people. I am blind in my right eye totally and partially sighted in my left eye.
I was 18 years old. We were traveling way too fast on a gravel road. Broke my neck, my back.
My Asperger's syndrome and my cerebral palsy.
I have anxiety and depression. People would have no idea just talking to me.
Being independent means different things to different people.
I want to live in my own house. I want to pay my own bills.
Live independently and not rely on other people.
When someone is not able to live as independently as they can, it does have a detrimental effect on people's physical and mental well-being.
It's no complicated thing. It's just that people with disabilities want to be included.
Plenty of people get stuck in ruts when they feel like they can't overcome something in their life. That's where LIFTT comes in.
Living independently for today and tomorrow. LIFTT. We help people of all ages and all types of disabilities find the resources or acquire the skills to live as independently as possible.
We serve the southeastern 18 counties here at the Billings office. We have a variety of things that we offer. We can help with grant funding for adaptive equipment.
Maybe a home modification so they're able to access their home. We help people to find that funding.
Helping people apply for Social Security benefits.
Medicaid, Medicare, housing.
They have a peer support group. Peer support, I think, is key.
Sharing life experiences is one of the most powerful things to help people who might be new to disability, who might be struggling with their disability.
Youth transitions is kids that are transitioning out of high school. They need to learn those adulting skills. It might be rent an apartment, learn how to grocery shop, budgeting.
Help someone advocate for themselves in a school or an employment setting. One of our biggest strengths is providing folks with information and referral. If we can't help you, we hope to know who can.
A lot of times we'll have a potential consumer call in and they think that they just have one need, and it turns out that we end up finding 3 or 4 things we can actually do for them.
You can just come in and say, hey, I feel like I have this going on. Can you help me? And we can, which is so cool to me. I love that.
Most of us on staff at LIFTT have identified ourselves as having one or more disabilities. That is helpful in many cases.
It's easier to empathize with someone when you yourself have struggled with a disability.
This is what we specialize in. This is who we are, and this is what we do.
And it costs nothing to go to LIFTT. It's a nonprofit organization and they're there to help.
Somebody that was a consumer that was working with LIFTT was asked to do an art project. He visualized that the balloon helps to lift people up. And then it became the logo, and it's stuck.
There's been success on all kinds of levels.
It's really rewarding to have a consumer go, hey, I was able to do this by myself today.
We want people to live their best life as independent as possible.
Live as everyone else in society and live as a part of society, not apart from society.
Everybody needs help. Sometimes you just need a little more help, and that's okay. That's absolutely okay.
There's plenty of life to live still, and there's a way you can do it. Keep chipping away at it, little by little by little.
Knowledge is power. Let's share it, for crying out loud.
Send us an email, give us a call. We'll do our best to help.
We can definitely help figure out what your needs are and get started on that. We're one of many steps in the path to independence, and we're happy to be serving people here in the community. Hello, and welcome to Living Well in Montana. Living Well in Montana is a program provided to you by LIFTT, Living Independently for Today and Tomorrow. Living Independently for Today and Tomorrow is a center for independent living that serves the southeastern 18 counties here in Montana. It's LIFTT's mission and vision to provide independent living resources for the aging and the disabled community to remain inclusive, independent, and live happy and healthy lives. My name is Tanya Thomas. I will be your host today. And today with me in the studio, we have Jen Hawkinson and Pamela Rameriez. Welcome, ladies.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You two are LIFTT team members. Do you want to introduce yourselves and tell us a little bit about what you do for LIFTT?
I'm Jen Hawkinson. I'm the regional manager. I oversee both offices for the independent living side of it. And I am stationed out of Glendive. We have an office in Glendive too.
And we're glad to have you.
I'm Pam Rameriez, and I am the Independent Living Program Manager out of the Billings office.
Fantastic. So today's topics are self-determination, and I know we're going to talk about LIFTT's core services. Can we start by talking about what defines self-determination for someone living with a disability?
It's them making their own choice, how they want to live their life. How did you phrase it? It's their voice, their choice.
Yeah.
I love that.
I like that too. That's really good.
Mm-hmm.
Why, pardon me, why is it important that someone who is seeking services, seeking resources, seeking information, why is it important that those people living with a disability or of the aging population, why is it important that they understand what self-determination means? Why is it important?
Because they can better make decisions. They can advocate for themselves much clearer.
Okay.
I kind of feel like if they're something they want to work on might not be something we think they should work on. It's their choice.
Mm-hmm.
So, for example, if I think, oh gosh, this person should, they should get a job to pay their rent, that might not be one they want to work on right now. They might want to work on a completely different goal. I can offer that and say, this is an option, but ultimately it's their choice of what they want to work on.
I like that. I never thought about it in those terms, about not only for them to decide what they do want to do, but for them to, as far as deciding what they don't want to do as well.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. I know that LIFTT and organizations like it offer a variety of what we call core services. Can you guys talk about the core services and kind of break those down for our viewers so that they understand what they are and what organizations like LIFTT offer?
Sure. Do you want to start?
Well, we have information and referral, where we provide information and resources to refer to other agencies. We do independent living skills training. There is
Advocacy and self-advocacy.
yes, systemic and individual.
Yes. Individual, people kind of wonder what that is. And it's like learning how to have a voice for yourself. I also look at it like for students having IEPs, sometimes those parents don't know how to navigate that, and we can help with that process because they're not sure how to navigate that world. And then systems advocacy is like if there's not curb cuts in the sidewalk, then we could come in and say, okay, hey, you guys need to fix this. Let's go.
Then there's like the PCA program,
Yep.
youth transitions.
PCA, personal care attendant. You have to be Medicaid eligible, standard Medicaid.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to be able to provide your own caregiver.
Self-direct.
Yes, it is definitely self-directed.
So is that different from, like, I know that there's agency-based.
Right.
Self-direct is different how?
So self-direct is you pick your caregiver, because who's going to know your care better than you? Agency-based, you don't know who you're going to get.
Mm-hmm.
It's whoever they assign to you. So I think self-direct is fantastic. Again, because if you think the guy at the local grocery store is going to be able to take care of you and you can guide them to provide that care, do it. That's great. You have to also be mindful of like your times that you're counted, and such as there has to be some very specific hands-on things that need to happen: bathing, dressing, hygiene, mobility, transporting, that kind of stuff. You have to have at least one of those services to be eligible for Medicare or for the personal care attendant program or PCA program.
Okay.
Youth transitions, that's my favorite. It's my favorite. That's helping kids learn those adulting skills. So like how to rent an apartment, how to do their laundry, budget, how to apply for jobs, how to keep those jobs, interview skills.
Cleaning, organizing.
Yeah, sky's the limit.
Yep.
How to get their license. My favorite one to pose to kids are your basement floods. Who are you going to call them? Mama's not it. So who are you going to call them? What are you going to do? And I actually presented a couple weeks ago to a bunch of high school students, and that was one that I brought up, and they were like, we'll clean up the water. And I'm like, how? Oh, get a shop vac. And I'm like, you're right. Then what? You have all this stuff in your basement that's sopping wet. What are you going to do with it? Oh, well, throw it out in the yard. I'm like, so you got this big pile of trash in your yard. Then what do you do? So I like to get them thinking about that kind of stuff. So yeah, I know we're missing it. The peer program is the other one.
I was waiting. I'm like, oh. Now transitions. Before we jump to the peer.
Yes.
Transitions. What's the other component to transitions? Is
Youth transitions.
And then I know it's split into two.
Okay, so you're talking about folk rehab and pre-ets, correct?
So the other part of transitions is from an institutionalized setting.
Oh, okay,
into
yes.
the community.
Yes, so we try to keep people in their own homes and avoid that institutional side of it, because we want people to be independent as they want to be, because it's their choice. So yeah.
No, I love it.
And that's not necessarily just the youth, that's the elderly as well.
Everybody.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
Just wanting to keep them out of an institutional
Yes.
setting if we
Yes.
possibly can.
Yep.
Yep. And then the peer mentors.
The peer mentors, well, that's your area where you shine.
That is.
So what I really enjoy about the peer mentor program is it gives people the ability to connect with other people with disabilities. I love that you have that support group. That's one of the things that I'm like, if you don't do anything else, hey, you should give this a whirl, because it's online. And you guys meet every other Thursday?
Every Thursday.
Every Thursday,
Yes.
Okay. So I love that. I think that's great. It allows people to connect.
That's what I like about it too, is the fact that in the basic definition of what a peer is someone that you share likes with, whether it's a circumstance, whether it's your age, whether it's your disability, you sharing those like experiences. And I do find that we have a lot of people that are very appreciative of just that casual chat, even if it's just casual chat that can help them connect with people. I totally agree.
We also have our community health worker program. And what that is there's several things the community health worker can do. They can come in and make sure people aren't taking expired medication, make sure they're taking the right doses. They can't give the meds, but they can make sure those things are in place.
Make sure their home is safe.
Yes, for the ambulance to come, so there's a path. They can also just go visit. And it's geared towards all ages, but I know in Glendive we have several elderly that don't get out. They don't have a lot of family and friends that come and visit. So our community health worker goes out and visits with them, and it's pretty cool to watch. And our community health worker, Nancy Grigsby, is fantastic. She is so wonderful. We love her. So she does a great job with it.
I love it.
We also have the health and wellness. Yeah, see, everything. We do everything. The health and wellness we have a diabetes prevention program. Do you want to talk a little bit about that?
The new class is going to start February 11th.
Wonderful.
And it meets weekly for 8 weeks. And then, is it 8 weeks? Or is it for the year? No.
Is that the Tai Chi and the seated dance, or is that a different class?
That's a different one. Okay. So the diabetic prevention program talks about the nutrition and how exercise is important and how food is fuel and it's healing and all of that. And we have 2 health coaches, Anya and Eileen, that run that.
Lovely.
Yes, they are fantastic. I'm trying to think what else is...
We do offer the classes that you were talking about, the Tai Chi and in the winter it's seated dance, in the summer it's walking.
Yeah.
But we offer that online. It's streamed. Mm-hmm. So people in like the Glendive area can come to our office.
And that's wonderful.
I mean, there's a wealth of different exercise.
And then Eileen does the brain health classes.
Yes, she does.
Which is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're going to be doing, I know they do a brain health class for dementia prevention, and I think, isn't she starting a brain health class for Thrive before 25, or for the youth too? I think that's going to be something that's going to be happening too.
Awesome.
So yeah, there's a ton of stuff we do.
Yes.
We do. One of the things that people don't know that we do is we can help with different types of paperwork that they might get, like applying for Medicaid, applying for food stamps, applying for Social Security. Housing, yeah. We can help them through that process. We're not going to do it for them, but we're going to help them through the process. Because not everybody is going to need the same types of service. So you might have somebody come in and they're like, I need a housing list. Great. Here's your landlord list. Go forth. Other people, it might be, okay, they're like, I don't know what to say when I call them. Okay, so why don't we practice on what you would say, and then you can make that call while you're here, and that way if you kind of stumble on your words a little bit, I can be here to back you up, because we want to provide that support. We also we help with grants. We are not the grantor. We just assist with that process and help them to file the paperwork, help them to complete the grant paperwork, help them, if it's a home modification, to get the bids for that.
Contractors.
Yep, the contractors, and yeah. My short version of what we do is we do everything but fund, but wait, there's more. We can help find that funding sometimes.
I love that. So it can be anything from adaptive equipment to...
Everything.
Everything?
Mm-hmm. Everything. Yep, I have helped people to apply for iPads. I've helped them to apply for scooters, bathroom modifications, like entire bathroom modifications, door widening, ramps.
Vehicles?
Yes, vehicles.
Yep. We've helped to apply for vehicles.
Oh, what about help with them if they might need a service animal or something like that?
Yep, we can help with that too.
I love it.
We do everything.
I love it.
Yes.
So I want to loop back around really quickly. When we talk about information referral services, what does that entail? Do they necessarily need to know what the heck they're seeking?
No.
Okay.
I had a call just today, and it was about a person that is perhaps needing to go to a higher level of care. And they wanted to know, what are some of the things I should be looking for?
Yep.
What are some of the things I should be applying for, or how can I help this person? So I provided the information, and then I also let them know, here's what you can expect. And they're just gathering the resources before they make a decision for the next step. So, and they're just people are very thankful for the services that we provide.
Yes. We are the best kept secret ever, which I hate. But I love that we can provide those services.
I love it.
I could talk all day about this. I could wake up in the middle of the night and tell you exactly what we do. My poor husband.
We have the best staff.
We do.
We do. Everybody is knowledgeable and compassionate, empathetic,
yes,
and willing to go above and beyond.
Absolutely.
And that's what I love about, I think that's what I love about us the most, is that we tag team as far as assistance. If there's something specific somebody does or has more knowledge in, we just, hey, can you help me out with this? And let's get that solved together. I love the fact that we utilize each other so well as a team.
Yes. Teamwork makes the dream work.
Yeah, exactly. Now, we also mentioned independent living skills. What can you give us an idea of what some independent living skills would be? I know that might be people out there that maybe don't understand if there's specific things or what an independent living skill could be.
So an independent living skill can be along the same lines as the youth transition skills. Learning how to rent an apartment, those steps to do it. Learning how to budget. Healthy cooking. Grocery shopping. Getting a job. Keeping a job. Learning interview skills.
Appropriate communication.
Yes. Again, the sky's, if you are like, I'm not sure how to navigate this, come to us. We'll help you. We'll help you figure it out.
I love it. We do have workshops towards some of those independent living skills that we're hoping to be getting going back up soon this spring. So we'll keep you posted on when those schedules come out. But yes, I love the fact that we offer so much, and we are the best kept secret, and I hope that we change that, and I think we're on our way to it. So
I do too.
What advice, if any, would you give to somebody who is, maybe they're aging and they're a little unsure, or maybe they're new to their disability and scared? What advice would you give them if they're reaching out or afraid to reach out for assistance?
I would say you have to start somewhere. So when we talked about consumers and what they want to work on, I've literally had people come in and their husband, his leg was amputated. She did not work. She had to take care of him. She had no clue where to start. I'm like, okay, here are our options. Let's, get him started on Social Security. I can help you to apply for Medicaid. I can help you apply for SNAPs, aka food stamps. Let's look at LIFTT, because they were bringing in no income at that time. And she came into my office in tears and left and was like, thank you. And I'm like, we're not going to do it all at once, but just know there's a plan, and we'll move forward through the plan. Because I think that's half the battle too. If someone's already overwhelmed, you're not going to say, let's work on 500 things.
That's what I was going to say, is that when it's new, it's very overwhelming.
Absolutely.
So you need to assess the need first.
Right.
Because you've got 110 things coming in, and you got to figure out what's the most important right now.
But they also have to figure out what's important to them. Because what's important to us might not be important to the person seeking the services. And part of our job is to help people identify maybe things that they don't know is available.
Right.
So, the gal I was telling you about, every time I see her, she's like, I don't know what we would have done without you. I don't know. We were stuck. And they had their family paying their bills because they had no income. So, he was approved for Social Security, Medicaid, SNAP, LIFTT, the whole shebang.
Congratulations, I love it. I love that so much. What would you, ladies, if you have an opinion, what would you like to see for the future of organizations like LIFTT, of SILs that provide these sort of services for our communities? Do you have anything that you'd love to see?
Oh, yes.
Same.
I would love to see increased funding and accessibility.
Okay.
There are many independent living centers that are operating on very limited budgets, and then it's also, there's restrictions for certain things. I would love to see, there's, in the disabled community, there is such a great need for ramps. The accessibility piece of home modification to keep that they want to stay in their home, and without those funding projects, it's very difficult. to do that. So I'd love to see that. I would love to see improved coordination of services.
Yes.
Sometimes you are working with the state, then the Office of Public Assistance. I would love to see a more centralized and more, just a better coordination of services, because it can be overwhelming if you need several things.
Yes, absolutely.
That makes
And I feel
sense.
like we kind of provide that, but you're right. There's so many things out there that we don't even know exist. We try to find them. I personally, if it was up to me, you know how when people say, I want to go to the doctor, and everybody knows what you're talking about? That's what I want to see. I'm going to LIFTT, and everybody knows what it is.
I love that so
Not
much.
the ride service. We're not the ride
Right.
service. Not that LIFTT, the other one.
We do get lots of those calls.
Yes.
I love that. I too think that we need a more cohesive way to communicate with each other as organizations. So I love it. I think that would be wonderful in the future.
I agree.
Yay. Is there anything else? We have about 2 minutes, so we're going to wrap up, but is there anything else you guys would like to add before we do?
Accessible housing and affordable housing.
Yes.
Yes.
People are being priced out of their homes on limited income, and that's a passion of mine, like youth transitions for Jen. I just came from the last 12 years housing the homeless, and it is a struggle. And I would love to see more funding, more vouchers, more affordability.
I love it.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much for being here, ladies. I appreciate it.
Thanks for having us.
You're very welcome. So if you'd like to learn more about LIFTT, please contact us at www.lift.org, or you can, go to our website. Hey, we'll get it. Go to our website, www.lift.org, or download our apps on your preferred app store, Android and iPhone. Or you can give us a call at 406-259-5181. Until next time, we'll see you.